Prince Philip's final journey mapped out as funeral procession route released. The funeral will take place on Saturday at St. George's Chapel at Windsor Castle, where his family will gather for a ceremonial royal farewell. Prince Philip will embark on a final 8-minute journey before a bugler signals his final wish, calling his family together. The funeral of the late 99-year-old will take place on Saturday at St. George's Chapel at Windsor Castle, where his family will gather for a ceremonial royal farewell. The exact timings of the procession have been released, detailing how and when the small gathering of mourners will honor the late prince. The Duke of Edinburgh's coffin will rest in a private chapel inside Windsor Castle until shortly before the funeral begins. At 2:40 p.m. the coffin will move to the state entrance, where it will be loaded onto a Land Rover. Five minutes later, a small procession will accompany the vehicle through the castle grounds, as the military lines the route. Members of the royal family are said to follow the procession on foot, but not the Queen. The procession will then arrive at west steps of St. George's Chapel at 2:53 p.m. before the coffin is carried to the top of the steps. A minute's silence will then be held at 3 p.m. before the coffin is taken into the chapel. Near the end of the service, a Royal Marine will play the stirring action stations, sounded on naval warships, to mean, all hands must go to battle stations. The wartime alert, a tradition in naval funerals, will honor Philip's distinguished service during the Second World War. Philip wanted the call to echo around the vast 15th-century St. George's Chapel at Windsor Castle as his family gather for his ceremonial royal farewell on Saturday. A palace spokesman said, "I think it just goes to show the level of detail that the Duke went into around his own funeral service. It is a fitting testimony to remind many people who might not realize that the Duke saw active service in the Second World War aboard a ship in the Royal Navy." The Duke, who died last Friday aged 99, was mentioned in dispatches for his service. A rebel source said, "The symbolism of his final call will not be lost on the family." That even in the Duke's final moments before he is laid to rest, he was calling on his troops, his family, to man their posts. The Duke often spoke to his family about the need to support the Queen and the institution, and perhaps there is no more poignant time than this given the recent history and controversies raging within the family.